A GoPro is great as an action camera outdoors, but does it perform equally well indoors? Well, straight out of the box, the GoPro is pretty lame when used indoors. The default settings give too much noise in dark conditions. My name is Wim and I'm a professional artist from Belgium. This channel is about art and everything that has to do with it. If you are interested in this, consider subscribing and have fun with this video. I mainly use my GoPro in my studio to film the creation process of my paintings. If you are interested in this, then continue to watch until the end of this video. I film with a resolution of 4K. This way I can crop a little more if needed. The output of my final video is in 1080. 25 frames per second is enough because I don't need slow motion. The lens that I use is linear. Of course, it is important for me not to have a fisheye effect in my footage. Hypersmooth is set to off because my GoPro is fixed during filming. Now we come to the ProTune settings. Bitrate is set to standard because I don't think there is any significant difference in quality with the high setting. Shutter is set to auto. This is important because it is related to the ISO setting. I will talk about it later. The V compensation is at -1, so I don't have any blown highlights in my video. White balance is also set to auto. I always film with a grey card that makes it possible to set the correct white balance in post afterwards. Now we come to the most important thing about the entire video, the ISO setting. The indoor noise is mainly due to the small sensor that the GoPro has. Do not enter high ISO values in this GoPro. Minimum ISO is 100 and maximum ISO is also 100. So you force the GoPro to have the lowest possible ISO setting. This way you have as little noise as possible in your video. The GoPro adjusts the exposure by decreasing or increasing the shutter speed. Remember, we put it on auto. Sharpness is set to low. The GoPro has the bad habit of wanting everything too sharp. You can also set the sharpness in post afterwards. For example, in Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere or DaVinci Resolve. Color Pro is set to flat. Here too we set the correct color and saturation in post. If you let the GoPro take control of this, then you will get oversaturated video that is hard to restore in post. With these indoor settings you get beautiful footage. Now that the settings are correct, let's take a look at the setup that I use to film my paintings. I think a traditional camera is too heavy and too large to use. Somehow that always gets in my way. That is why I opted for the GoPro. I mounted the GoPro on a third-party selfie arm. I then mounted it on a piece of wood that I painted black. This whole thing is not heavy at all and is attached to my light with straps. The light is a bicolor 36 watt LED light from the Bresse brand. Because the GoPro hangs slightly above the painting, there is always a problem of keystoning. This is easily adjusted in post afterwards. That's it for today. If the video was interesting for you, please give it a thumbs up as feedback. Also take a look at my website at wimbals.com for my latest paintings. See you again next time.